Also, big matches include a win last year over Stacy Prestige, the loss to Kathy Collins.
There's a look at Lucia Rijker, 29 years old. She is 8-0 undefeated as a pro, 7 KOs. She is a very hard hitter. She says her best punch, the right cross. 5'6", 72-inch reach. She weighed in today at 137.5 pounds.
And a polished fighter. Has just gotten better and better. Excellent leverage and speed for Lucia Rijker. Now, obviously, should she gain a victory inside of 7 rounds, then that just sets the lobbying paths even more for her bout, hopefully with Christy Martin.
Both ladies really looking for a bout with Christy Martin. Christy Martin, the best known right now female fighter. Both of these two lightweights would like to face her.
And Lucia Rijker, in many quarters, believed to be the best fighter, despite not having the best notoriety. Notoriety is coming her way little by little. Very smooth fighter, and Sean, she may have set a record this week, at least according to her manager Stanley Hoffman. He said she's the first boxer I've ever had that had to take to the salon.
Get her all cleaned up.
All ready for the press conference.
She looked very pretty for the press conference.
And she's a model as well as a boxer.
You can see why.
Pretty much the consummate package.
Got into boxing through kickboxing. She had about 15 kickboxing matches. Says that she has her own style in the ring.
Well, if you've never seen Lucia Rijker before, this should really be a treat. Look at her leverage, her punching style, her power, and her general overall poise. She fights with a lot of confidence. Andrea DeShong will try to get Rijker out of her game and disrupt that. But she's come off 2 straight losses here.
Trying to rebound in this fight. She says, in the ring, boxing is an art, controlling your opponent. Still, the training, the skill, the thinking on your feet. Lucia Rijker says that she doesn't have a style in the ring. She goes in and tries to play off her opponent. She is very versatile in the ring, and she hits very hard.
Her style has been primarily find the first mistake her opponent makes and exploit it immediately. She's been able to jump on opportunities throughout her fights this year. Coming off a series of good performances. Being Chevelle Hallback in March, Dora Weber in May, Gwen Smith, Tony Duran. Only one of them was a decision, the battle against Dora Weber. She's also gotten a 1-round knockout over Rockin' Melinda Robinson, who Christy Martin took 4 rounds with. So she's looking at the comparison perhaps to try and draw that fight out with Christy. And I guess, Sean, this is one way to do it, with a pay-per-view and an international audience looking on.
Oh, she'd love to have Christy Martin in the ring. Andrea DeShong had Christy Martin in the ring 3 separate occasions. She won 1 and she lost 2. Her last fight against Christy Martin, she lost being stopped in the 7th round, and for building up an early lead in that fight. It was a real battle of attrition.
As she came down, she did well at some points in making Christy Martin look a little more human and vulnerable than we'd seen in some recent fights. And we see a lot of the repeat battles right now on the female circuit. We don't see a big circuit right now, but it is growing.
You know, there's an overabundance of women boxers out there. So a lot of these girls have to fight one another to get notoriety. And, you know, women's boxing is not as much as the men's boxing. It's not, there's not a wide variety of fighters and skill levels. Right there, Lucia Rijker listening to her coach, Freddie Roach, who was an outstanding boxer himself, former lightweight, USBA lightweight champion, giving instructions to Lucia. Freddie has become a wonderful trainer.
Also has trained Virgil Hill, among others. And there you see the matchup, 8-0, 7 knockouts for Rijker. DeShong 13-5-1. Let's see how they stack up here on the tail of the tape. Rijker 29, 6 years younger. The height the same. DeShong just a little bit heavier, and tremendous reach advantage listed for Lucia Rijker. If that comes into play, that will be very prominent in this bout. In Nevada, 10 points to the winner of a round. 3 knockdowns and 1 rule would end it. The standing 8 would not be one of them. A fighter can be saved by the bell only in the last round, and only the referee can stop the bout. So the girls have been in there a while, and they're awaiting the introductions, which is just around the corner. Michael Buffer ready, and you get a good look at the crowd filtering in to the Thomas and Mack Center. If you've never seen women's boxing before, 2-minute rounds.
Yeah, they go by very rapidly for us. We're not in there. 2 minutes can be a long time if you're in that ring. The men's, of course, are 3-minute rounds.
How much longer would you have fought? We'll get to that in a minute.
1 minute longer.
Good evening and welcome to the Thomas and Mack Center here in Las Vegas, Nevada, courtesy of the home of champions, the site where legends are made, Caesar's Palace. Tonight, Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, along with your undisputed, undefeated King of Beers, Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Present an evening of professional boxing for your entertainment. All the bouts tonight are sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. This first bout, the 3 judges assigned will be Carol Castellano, Dwayne Ford, and Art Lurie. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge, Joe Cortez. Let's get things started, ladies and gentlemen, with 6 rounds of boxing in the women's super lightweight division. These rounds will be 2 minutes, 6 2-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the teal with maroon trim and weighing in at 139 pounds. Her professional record, 13 victories, 7 by knockout, with 5 losses and 1 draw. She comes to us from Cambridge, Ohio. Here is Andrea DeShong. And her opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black and weighing in at 137.5 pounds. Her professional record, a perfect 8-0 with 7 KOs. From Los Angeles, California, here is the uncrowned pound-for-pound women's world champion, a native of Holland, Lucia Rijker.
All right, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want a good, clean fight, obey my commands at all times. I want good, sports, ladylike conduct, okay? Shake hands, good luck.
Well, there's an interesting twist by referee Joe Cortez. Ladylike conduct. I don't know if you can separate that in boxing from the men's conduct. So here we are, ready to go. Good look at Andrea DeShong. And Lucia Rijker, here we go. Hook and a right hand attempted by Lucia Rijker.
Both lightweights come out of the early part of this round to try to establish that jab. It is so vital in the fight. Get that jab working. Everything else just kind of falls in place.
Good hook by Lucia Rijker.
Yeah, look how focused Rijker is on the punches. Punches right to the face. A lot of times you're taught just to hit your opponent right on the tip of his nose. You hit your opponent on the tip of his nose, both eyes water. There's Rijker getting in, getting out, scoring well. DeShong looping her punches.
And Rijker continues to stalk, very focused here. Symmetry, balance, leverage. She has it all. DeShong gets a left hand in. DeShong has been starting quickly in recent fights. If she doesn't get that quick start, it could be tough for her here. Rijker moving left, snapping the jab out. And at this point, her jab looks sharper than DeShong's, who lunges in with the right hand. And Lucia Rijker, Sean, is good at taking note of those type of things and then coming on later in the fight.
Yeah, and look at these punches from Rijker, too, right on the tip of the nose. Rijker trying to make DeShong cease that left jab with overhand rights, controlling DeShong. DeShong, the one who said she likes controlling her opponents in boxing.
Well, DeShong may not have the speed at this point to control.
Speed and that reach that you talked about. 72 inches for Rijker. Quite long for a lightweight. Even my reach, only 69 inches. Fingertip to fingertip.
That's an ominous advantage for Lucia Rijker.
Yeah, she is using it, even though she's moving forward.
Good first round for Lucia Rijker. As round 1 goes in the books.
All right, time.
Andrea DeShong has some catching up to do. She caught some good leather in that first round.
Good round.
Good round.
Work your stick more. Don't reach with the right hand. You got
Reach.
you got strong out with the right hand. She countered with the left hand on top.
Yeah.
Okay. Double your jab, slide inside. When you get inside, work your 8. Okay?
All right.
Work your 8. Suck it up deep.
Got a little bit longer jab.
Good speed out there. You go behind the double jab, put the right hand down to the shoulder, and the shoulder plexus in the body, and come back your left hook hard up top, okay? There you go. Deep breath.
All right, seconds out.
Round 2, Lucia Rijker and Andrea DeShong. Rijker in the black trunks. Good opening round. DeShong in the teal. Well, southpaw here, Sean.
Yeah, she felt that jab in the first round, even complaining about it to her corner man, DeShong did. She said, wow, she has long arms. Speaking of Rijker.
All she had to do was take a look at the tail of the tape.
Yeah, she wasn't looking down here at that time. A little preoccupied.
There's Rijker settling down a little bit more now and getting just a bit bolder. Good hook. Watch the hips of Lucia Rijker. Watch as she turns into her punches. She looks like she just came out of a chalkboard session when she fires punches.
Yeah, good combinations from her. That's thrown real straight. Look how wild and off balance Andrea DeShong is when she throws her punches. There's a wild right hand that lands. Most of those wild punches like that, once they hit their target, all the energy has been taken out of their punch. No power left.
Just taking the overland routes. Now DeShong going southpaw again. She would like to open up her right hook. Maybe stop the jab of Rijker, but she experiments only for a second and then stops. There's a good right hand by DeShong. Then a looping one that Sean talked about, which was not as good. And you see the movement by Rijker.
Yeah, some of the balance of Lucia. Get in, score, and then get out.
Rijker in no hurry at all, but he just seems to wear opponents down and does not let them off the hook.
Good pressure from her through the first 2 rounds. That jab has been felt by DeShong.
Good jab again by Lucia Rijker as it continues to set the pace in this bout. Lucia Rijker off to a good start.
All right, time.
Okay, Lucia. Let's go around again, okay? Now, don't be pulling back straight on this girl, okay? She's swinging wild like that. If you pull back straight, you're going to be landing right in those shots, okay? I want you to get off to the side. After your combinations, off to the side. You hear me? All right, girl. Now, you got to step up that double jab and put that right hand in there good. The right hand in the body's working well for you, but I want you to come back with that left hook upstairs now, all right? Let's put a little more pressure on this girl, all right? Back her up with the jab. Start backing her up with the jab. Don't let her come to you, okay? She's strong coming to you. I want you to back her up with the jab and make a combination. You hear me? All right?
Move to the right in southpaw stance.
In the corner, get in the corner, in the corner. Let's not go. In the corner.
We start round 3, scheduled for 6. Lucia Rijker and Andrea DeShong battling it out. Rijker setting the stage thus far with her jabs. Now looking for a little right hand over the top. And DeShong looking for some wild shots. Dave Bontempo with Sean O'Grady. Glad you're joining us ringside. And again, Sean, DeShong seems to be caught between styles.
Yeah, she's not quite sure what to do with that jab. In fact, they're even telling Rijker between rounds, back her up with that jab. Move in with it. Put some force behind it. They said, don't let DeShong come to you. You go to her and you keep her on her heels. You know, this is the pressure, too, from Lucia. Pressure gets in your face. It's like water on a rock or on concrete. Eventually, it just wears completely through it.
Especially if the water has this kind of power, as Rijker shows, it comes even quicker. And she lands a good shot there.
Remember the last fight, too, with Christy Martin.
DeShong is hurt.
DeShong had her nose broken in that fight.
DeShong is hurt badly as Rijker goes to the body. Big hook by Rijker. Another one. DeShong holding on. Holding her body. That one body shot really got her, and Rijker starting to tee off.
Get him out, get him out.
Yeah, again, the focus on the punches. Right to the front of the face from Rijker. She throws very
Big shot.
Yeah.
DeShong is hurt. Joe Cortez may stop it. He does.
Good call by Joe Cortez, veteran referee. Outstanding call. A high five to the promoter.
It happens just like that. Lucia Rijker on the outside, setting the pace with her jab, then explodes with a body shot early in round 3, and DeShong never recovered. She's pointing to her body, her rib area. I don't think, Sean, she ever recovered from that first bomb. She's still hurt by that.
Yeah, the first shot is the one that threw her off. You know, she was really confused in this second round coming out because of the long arms of Lucia Rijker. DeShong really wasn't sure what was going on. She got hit right in the solar plexus. She's talking to Dr. Flip Homanowski right now. DeShong, all celebrations over in the corner of Lucia Rijker. Lucia Rijker has to be happy with this, too. It took Christy Martin, who is the best known of the women fighters. It took her 7 rounds to take out DeShong.
And here is how Rijker takes it away. That first right hand, look at this.
Right to the chest area, right?
That's the fight right there.
The short rib over there.
And you see the grimace by DeShong. That ends the fight essentially if Rijker can be right on top of her, and she is. Joe Cortez saying, no more, you'll come and fight another day. Here's the overhead look. Big bomb there. Just continued assault here by Lucia Rijker. And as DeShong is wobbled, Joe Cortez steps in.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. A hug from Bob Arum, the promoter. He likes what he sees in Rijker.
And there's Stanley Hoffman saying, hey, Bob, maybe more money next fight. We'll see how they work that out. Lucia Rijker continues to impress.
Oh, what a great feeling that is to have that pressure and that work behind you.
Hey, I'll tell you,
They're happy. Time for celebration.
She continues to look good, and here in one round, turns it around with one shot and stops one of the better known opponents on the circuit. So we'll get the official time. It was in round 3. Christy Martin becomes 9-0.
And DeShong goes 13-6-1 now.
And now she's fought the top 2 back-to-back. There it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Joe Cortez has to step in and call a halt to the bout. The time, 1 minute, 29 seconds of the 3rd round. The winner by TKO victory, still undefeated, still laying claim to pound for pound, the women's champion of the world, Lucia Rijker.
And Lucia Rijker getting the acclaim, a little bit of a dance.
And a round of applause for the always Andrea DeShong. Let's give her a hand.
And you know those drum beats are sounding for a match with Christy Martin. Wonderful ever she. Keep on building it up.
They pound loud enough, those drums, and we will see it.
There's money in those drums?
Yeah, that's right. Almighty dollars controls it. She is a model, posing for the camera now. Lucia Rijker.
Very gracious and an elegant lady to boot.
Best looking of the women fighters.
So the class act known as Lucia Rijker departs the ring. Her star continuing to rise here at the Thomas and Mack Center. Another win as we get our card off to an explosive start. And Sean, they certainly have something to hang their hat on when they want to lobby for that fight with Christy Martin, saying Lucia knocked her out faster.